Hello. Just last 2 weeks, a family who flew in from Melbourne to visit Singapore. One of the family member, a teenager, 17-year-old guy, was refused entry because of his record. He was the Singapore immigration was tipped off that this guy was radicalized by the Islamic State terrorists. Although the Australian authorities had interrogated him, but they did not charge him for any terrorism offenses. So he came happily with his families, but the Singapore immigration said, no, you go back, your family can stay behind. So in the end, they all left. They do a U-turn and they went back to Melbourne. Just a few weeks ago, there was a Singaporean 17-year-old. Same thing. Learn online how to stab people, harm fellow Singaporeans who are not Muslims. He was, so to speak, nipped in the bud. He was arrested and then detained. Otherwise, he would have stabbed many innocent Singaporeans in Tampines. And then just last weekend, a priest who was conducting Holy Communion in a Catholic church, he was stabbed, grievously hurt. That one we don't know whether it's terrorism but that chap was sent to the mental hospital for checkup, and he'll be charged, or he has already been charged. I think our authorities, immigration, and they did a good job. Keep Singapore safe. We don't want all these undesirable elements coming into Singapore. When I was flying, I had a couple of deportees on some flights, but they were deportees. There was no such thing as, the radicalization, religiously inclined people to harm, but they were deportees because they were either illegal immigrants or they were criminals who were extradited back to the country. Those with serious offenses, they will be handcuffed, escorted by plainclothes police officers. And they'll be the first to board the flight, and they'll be seated right at the back of the aircraft discreetly. The airlines will try to be as discreet as possible. And during the flight, with his hands handcuffed, the security will cover his handcuffed with a blanket, to give him some privacy. So those are different, but interesting to note that. Thank you very much.